In the cacophony of our thoughts, words, and actions, the profound essence of silence often gets drowned out. A continuous stream of chatter, whether verbal or digital, has become the backdrop of our lives, as we find ourselves incessantly talking, texting, and posting on social media. Yet in the gentle teachings of Buddhism, a profound reminder emerges that silence, far from being a mere absence of sound, holds transformative power. It guides us to discern when silence is not merely golden, but a profound force, urging us to use it judiciously, especially in 5 pivotal situations. Embarking on this spiritual journey through the teachings of Buddhism, we are invited to explore the profound significance of embracing silence as a guiding light in various aspects of our lives. In a world saturated with constant noise, this voyage beckons us to appreciate the timeless wisdom encapsulated in the art of silent contemplation. In the ancient mountains of wisdom, where the gentle whispers of enlightenment echoed through the valleys, there lived a humble monk named Kaito. Kaito was known throughout the monastery for his profound understanding of the transformative power of silence. His teachings, rooted in the wisdom of Buddhism, were like ripples in a serene pond, touching the hearts of those who sought a path to inner peace. Let's start the story about silence. One day, as the sun dipped behind the mountains, casting a warm glow on the monastery, the disciples gathered around Kaito. Eager to learn, they listened intently as he began to weave a tale of 5 crucial situations where the art of silence could lead to mindful living, harmonious relationships, and purposeful existence. Silence, dear disciples, Kaito began, is not mere absence of noise. It is a profound state of being, a gateway to inner peace, mindfulness, and self-awareness. Just as plants need light, our minds need silence to cultivate the space needed for growth. He spoke of the first situation where silence was not just golden, but profoundly transformative, the power of silence itself. In the hustle of our daily lives, where words and thoughts clamor for attention, silence becomes the sanctuary for self-discovery. It offers us the opportunity to listen, not just to the world outside, but to the whispers of our hearts and minds. The disciples nodded in understanding, and Kaito continued to share the ancient pearls of wisdom. Imagine, my friends, he said, being silent in the face of anger. Anger, a powerful and often destructive emotion, arises from attachment, aversion, and ignorance. In those moments of intensity, silence becomes a potent antidote. It allows us to pause, to reflect on the source of our anger, and to observe our emotional reactions without immediate judgment or expression. As the moon began its ascent, Kaito unfolded the story of the 2 arrows, a tale that illustrated the consequences of reacting to the first arrow of suffering with the second arrow of anger. Silence in the face of anger shields us from the harsh words and actions that often accompany it. It is a call to mindfulness, self-inquiry, and restraint. By choosing silence, we avoid shooting that second arrow and reduce unnecessary suffering. The flickering candlelight danced on the faces of the disciples as they absorbed the teachings. Kaito moved seamlessly to the 3rd situation, silence in the face of gossip and slander. Always be silent when you hear gossip and slander, he advised. Gossip and slander are like poisoned arrows that harm not only the person being spoken about, but also the one who speaks. Silence in these situations aligns with the principles of right speech, promoting honesty, kindness, and beneficial communication. The disciples felt the weight of these words, understanding the power of non-participation in harmful speech. Kaito's teachings were not just ancient proverbs, they were a guide to living a compassionate and harmonious life. During conflicts, Kaito continued, always be silent. Conflict is inevitable, but the way we approach it can significantly impact its outcome. Silence is not about avoiding or suppressing feelings. It's about creating a space for active listening, empathy, and finding common ground. It breaks the cycle of reactivity, providing a pause for reflection and a mindful response. As the night deepened, Kaito spoke of the fifth situation, silence in times of suffering. Witnessing the suffering of others, always be silent, he urged. Silence communicates our presence, empathy, and willingness to listen without judgment. In our own suffering, silence becomes a sanctuary for introspection, self-compassion, and healing. It allows us to be with our pain without the need to explain or justify, fostering a deeper connection with our inner strength and wisdom. The disciples sat in profound silence as Kaito's teachings permeated their hearts. The moon hung high in the sky, casting a gentle glow on the monastery. In that sacred moment, they understood that the journey through the spiritual teachings of Buddhism was not just a path to enlightenment, but a voyage to lead a more mindful, harmonious, and purposeful life. Kaito, with a serene smile, concluded, "Silence, my dear disciples, is not the absence of something but the presence of everything. Embrace it in these 5 crucial situations, and you will discover the space you need to live authentically, compassionately, and in profound harmony with the interconnected web of life." And so, under the watchful gaze of the moon and the ancient mountains, the disciples absorbed the Zen advice of Kaito, carrying the wisdom of silence into their hearts as they embarked on their own journeys of self-discovery and transformation. Thanks for watching.